Tonight, Girls State began yesterday. We'll have more on that coming up.
Let's find out about a new master's program. Stay tuned, Troy. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for June 11th, 2012. I'm Judson Garner.
And I'm Bailey Majors. Thank you for joining us this evening. Alumni from the Hall School of Journalism and Communications at Troy University now have a new option for pursuing their master's degree. The Hall School of Journalism and Communications is adding a new master's program 12 years in the making, geared to help alumni keep up with the fast-paced changes in the world of journalism.
The master's program is really a very exciting thing. Looks at the changing dynamics of mass media and prepares people to be leaders in the new world of mass communications.
And what did Dr. Pageant say was the inspiration for this new program?
We have a lot of graduates that are out there that also need additional training, retooling, you might say. The majority of our alumni are in a situation where they cannot take a year out to come back to Troy to earn a graduate degree. Now earn the degree that they need from Troy. Plus, we're taking it to them through eTroy.
The master's program is offered online for Troy alumni in the journalism and communications field. The master's program is different from traditional programs because of its access and availability online.
We don't want to be a cookie cutter like every other graduate program. We want this to be so far on the cutting edge that people looking for a traditional program will look at it and go, this isn't a traditional program.
The master's program will be available in the fall of 2012 with its first class scheduled in August.
We have a good, strong master's program that will prepare people to go on to a doctorate program or prepare people for the changes that are taking place in the fields of journalism and communication.
Once again, the master's program starts in fall 2012. The first class is scheduled for August.
On Troy's campus, there will be over 300 girls on Troy's campus this week learning lessons in leadership and government. Danielle Percival has the story.
While the weather might not have been picture perfect, it didn't put a damper on the spirit of the girls arriving on Troy's campus for the 2012 Alabama Girls State.
Girls State is a week-long youth leadership conference for rising senior girls. One girl per school come to Troy University and they learn about good citizenship and government.
The delegates are split into two Girls State political parties and a mock state government is run throughout the week. Delegates are elected to different city, county, and state offices, and Sellers believes the hands-on experience is what makes this program successful.
When you actually participate in it, then you learn so much more about it. You're better prepared for any future down the road, but at the very least, these young women are going to understand what it means to be a good citizen.
The delegates are also addressed by different speakers during the week, including former Girls State delegate and current Alabama Lieutenant Governor Kay Ivey.
This is a wonderful, life-changing experience. It certainly changed mine when I was a delegate, where the delegates will make friends of a lifetime, find many of their Girls Staters at the respective college that they choose and beyond.
While not all Girls State participants plan to pursue a career in politics, some are hoping this week provides a little guidance concerning their future career.
I don't actually know what I want to do, so I'm hoping that this will be an opportunity to kind of get a feel for what the field would be like, and maybe I can narrow it down, or it'll open up like another door into maybe something I'd possibly like to do.
I'm hoping to, learn more about what I want to do, later on, like in my career.
I hope they take back lots more self-confidence, a lot more knowledge of how government works, and 334 new friends.
Danielle Percival, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Alabama Girls State will run throughout the week and conclude on Friday.
A look at news from around the state. In Auburn, the search continues for a gunman suspected of killing 3 people and wounding 3 more in a shooting at a pool party near Auburn University. 2 of the slain victims were former players for the school's football program.
And in Slocum, an official says a tornado that touched down in southeast Alabama County has uprooted trees, destroyed chicken houses, and damaged the roofs of some houses and mobile homes. Geneva County Emergency Management Director Margaret Mixon says no injuries have been reported.
And in Mobile, 2 Alabama researchers are getting $12.3 million in grant money from the BP oil spill court settlement and will use the money to improve health outreach programs on the Gulf Coast.
Still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, we'll get a full wrap-up of the college baseball super regionals from Danielle Percival when she joins us up next in sports.
But first, could lack of sleep lead to health problems? We'll have more on that story after the break.
Your risk of stroke may be connected to how much sleep you get. I'm Teresa Garcia in Los Angeles. More on that story coming up.
Take my hand and start a brand new day. Underneath everything we are all people. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
It's easy, Grandpa. Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day. That's a way to fight decay, hey, hey. Brush and floss every day, hey, hey. Healthy smiles are the way, hey, 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 hey.
You can keep your smile for a lifetime, even a boomer-saurus like me.
Boomers, you gotta love them.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now for a look at what's happening across the nation and around the world, we'll go to Judson Garner at the Global News Desk. Judson?
Doctors often tell us to get more sleep, but now there's a good reason for it. A new study from the University of Alabama at Birmingham finds getting too little sleep can put older and middle-aged people at risk for stroke. Teresa Garcia has the details.
Dale Beck wakes up extra early so he can get to the gym, and that means he's only sleeping 5 or 6 hours a night.
Getting up early and working out has helped me keep that zest going throughout the day.
But a new study shows people over 45 who regularly sleep less than 6 hours are at higher risk for developing stroke symptoms. Those can include a sudden numbness in the body or a loss of vision.
We live in such a 24-hour culture, and the emphasis is on improving your diet, getting more exercise, but we also forget the last thing, which is get some good sleep as well.
The study's designers were surprised to find that the people in their group did not have the usual risk factors for stroke. Their weight was normal and they were at a low risk for sleep apnea.
Researchers are planning to watch the study group another 5 years. They want to see if participants go beyond the early symptoms and suffer actual strokes.
If that's the case, then we can target the sleep through modifying the quality of their sleep, the duration of their sleep.
Dale Beck says for now, he values his workouts more than the sleep he's losing.
It makes me think about it, but then on the other hand, if I don't get my exercise, I'm a higher risk for something else.
Researchers say it's healthier to get 7 or 8 hours a night, and if you're having trouble getting that sleep, ask your doctor for help. Teresa Garcia, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Former Penn State assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky listened as one of his accusers testified against him on day 1 of his sexual abuse trial. Manuel Gallegos reports from Bellefonte, Pennsylvania.
Accused child predator Jerry Sandusky sat quietly as one of the 10 men he's accused of molesting took the stand. The man, now 28 years old, described how Sandusky befriended him through his Second Mile charity. He testified he started showering with Sandusky on the Penn State campus when he was 13 or 14. Those showers they took after exercising soon became more physical. He said, quote, eventually the horsing around would lead to him splashing soap on me, bear hugging me, grappling me. It led to him hugging me, caressing me, take my hand to wash his body. The man testified eventually Sandusky would try to rape him in the shower and would masturbate. The man also described how at a bowl game in Texas, Sandusky's wife Dottie entered the hotel room as Jerry was trying to get him to perform oral sex. She said, "What are you doing in there?" And Sandusky abruptly stopped. The prosecutor asked why the boy never told anyone about the abuse. "Did you say anything?" "No." "Did you tell anybody?" "No, I was too scared to." And he testified he didn't want to lose all the other great gifts and opportunities Sandusky offered him, like being part of the Penn State football family. In opening statement, Sandusky's defense attorney told the jurors that the accuser's testimony would be awful, but not necessarily true. He suggested money is motivating the men. The trial is expected to last at least 3 weeks, with Penn State officials and family members of Sandusky and the late coach Joe Paterno on the witness list. Manuel Gallegos, CBS News, Bellefonte, Pennsylvania.
2 college students from Wisconsin were trapped in the freezing New Zealand wilderness for over a week before finally making their way out. Monica Villamizar reports from London.
Search teams flew over the mountains in New Zealand, hoping to find 2 American students stranded in the bitter cold. Alec Brown and Erica Clintworth told friends they wanted to relax in the hot springs at the national park and study for finals. But they ended up trapped in a snowstorm for 9 days before finally hiking over a river to safety.
We were wearing hoodies and just not the type of thing that you want to be wearing and have when you're stuck in a mountain storm.
But the university students from Wisconsin said they heated themselves up in the hot pools and slept in a covered hammock like this one to withstand 17-degree temperatures. They survived on 1 biscuit and jelly a day.
Clearly we were pretty comfortable where we were and survived it no problem. We had all the right gear to get through it and have clean, fresh water and stay warm and dry.
But some rescue workers have criticized the students for being unprepared and not checking the forecast.
It is frustrating. I mean, there's a lot of work gone into this operation. Taxpayers' dollars, the use of a helicopter.
A friend dropped the couple off at the park for a week-long hiking trip. She called authorities when she didn't hear from her classmates. Monica Villamizar, CBS News.
And that'll wrap things up from the Global News Desk. Now back to you, Bailey.
Thank you, Judson. And now Danielle Percival joins us for a look at sports. So Danielle, Trojan baseball season may have wrapped up, but that doesn't mean that college baseball is still going on.
Well, that's right, Bailey. College baseball is still going on. We've got the Super Regionals right now, and we're getting to the College World Series, but right now we've got a little Troy sports to get into. Troy University track and field athlete Martine Pildovs earned All-America honors after finishing 13th in the javelin throw at the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships. Pildovs' best throw was his first throw of 70.33 meters, which was the 6th best throw of the opening round from the field of 24 athletes. Pildovs became Troy's 3rd All-American over the past 3 years, joining 2 athletes who earned All-American honors at the 2010 championship. And while it's been a little longer since Clint Robinson was at Troy, the former Trojan baseball player received the call from the big leagues this past weekend. Robinson made his major league debut with the Kansas City Royals over the weekend, playing in 3 games and recording 3 at-bats. However, the bat wasn't hot as Robinson was 0 for 3 over the weekend. Robinson has been with the AAA Royals team in Omaha and was hitting .314 through 60 games, posted a .500 slugging percentage, and had 17 doubles and 8 homers. So some pretty exciting college baseball action. Of course, Troy wrapped up their season in the conference tournament, but still some exciting stuff to keep an eye on and get to see who's going to be able to make it to the championship and win it all.
Absolutely. It'll be very interesting to see how those games turn out.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot, Danielle.
Thank you.
Still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, Aaron Taylor shows us next year's Common Reader Initiative.
But first, we've seen rain all day and most of the weekend. Will things clear up soon, Brittany?
Looks like we might need to keep singing Rain, Rain, Go Away. Your local weather after the break.
If you can learn one thing in life, especially if you go into business, it's how to communicate and how to work with others. And I do think Troy taught me that.
Troy reaches out to people who they see their commitment to public service.
Troy just attracts students that want to give back to the community, that want to give back all across the world.
We want to educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, the body to act. We want to enable our students to go out into this world and make a difference.
Troy University, in class, online, within reach. Troy.edu.
Today, we gather to recognize the selfless decision of one of the most influential women of our time. The woman who, after having one too many drinks, chose not to drive home buzzed. Here today to honor Rachel is the family whose lives she spared.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now Brittany Drawdy joins us for a look at weather.
So Brittany, the last couple days have been very dreary, and today was no different. When will we be seeing some nicer summer temperatures?
It looks like we might have these dreary days stay with us for a little bit, but coming into the weekend, hopefully the sun might be peeking through a little bit. So let's take a look at our campus snapshot right now. We can see definitely going in, it's overcast. Our current conditions, it's going to stay this way for a little while. Our temperatures sitting around 76. Dew point coming in at 71. Humidity at 83%. Barometer at 30.06 and steady. Winds coming from the south to southwest at about 9 miles per hour. Looking at today's stats, we can see our high was 76, our low is 71. We had about a little less than 1.5 inches of rain come in. Sunrise was at 5:38 a.m. and we'll be seeing the sunset around 7:50. Going into around the state, we can see Huntsville coming in at 86, Birmingham at 87, Mobile at 88, Montgomery at 81, Troy at 75, Phoenix City 75, and Dothan at 74. Everything looks to be staying about the same. Everything's really cloudy, overcast, really coming in the rain, definitely taking effect on everybody. The weather, still warm weather, even in Florida, 91, 89, going in 92 in Jackson, 82 in Birmingham. The cool rain definitely isn't cooling down the temperature very much. Going into across the U.S., we can see everything is very warm, 70s, 80s, all across the map. Going into the next 48 hours, are we going to be seeing rain? Yes, there is a good chance we'll be seeing more of this rain that we've been experiencing all weekend. We can see Birmingham, Atlanta, this darker green area might have a little bit more of a thunder forecast. As we can see tonight, thunderstorm forecast, even though we're going from Dallas, Memphis to Nashville and only hitting a little bit of Alabama, we're still in the area to be getting thunderstorms. So keep a watch out for that. And as we go into our travel weather, if you're on the roads, be careful. Definitely rainy. You're going to have wet, slick roads. You're going to watch out. All across from 10 to 40 to 75, it's going to be pretty nasty weather. Going into Tuesday, definitely see where this rain chance is just sitting over the southeast and going to stay there. Coming in, keeping there, staying right here just along the coast. If you're planning a weekend trip to the beach or anything else, you might want to stay indoors. Going into Thursday, you can see even more in a chance of rain for us. Friday, same thing, sitting right there along the coast. Going into tonight's forecast, we're going to have a mix of clouds, thunderstorms, extremely humid, just like today, another day. Tonight might not be so much. We're only seeing a 50% chance of rain. Winds coming from the southwest at 5 miles per hour and a low of 71. Going into tomorrow's forecast, scattered thunderstorms throughout the day, a lot like today. Humid, very humid, keeping a little bit warmer, 60% chance of rain, winds coming from the west about 7 miles per hour, and a high sitting around 85. Going into our 4-day forecast, we can see Tuesday, 60% chance of thunderstorms, high at 85 and a low of 71. Wednesday, 40% chance, 88 and 70. Thursday, we have another 40% chance of thunderstorms, high coming in at 85 and a low of 69. Friday, thunderstorms once again, 40% chance, 84 of a high. Definitely keep your umbrellas and keep it with you throughout the week. So, Justin, we can see there's going to be rain in the forecast. Be prepared. Keep your water boots, umbrellas, everything with you. Don't put them away just yet.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty wet week as far as weather goes. Well, thanks a lot, Brittany.